girls. So Phranchize. It's a little cheeky Friday or Phranchize video. This little floating head right here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you want to do. I mean, do you want to be a real name? Or do you want to be As?
Just
As? This is long-term friend, comrade, brother-in-arms of the franchise, Mr. LPH. You've probably heard him referred to many a time. Card-carrying member of the Green Box Mafia.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Already this video I'm breaking number 1 of me rules of life, which is never be seen next to a man whose beard actually makes people know what my beard is.
It's not that.
I've got like a driving face on a dog. It's just like a molten dog driving face, and it came off.
It's disgusting.
Rule 1 broken. This is not the first time you've been on a Phranchize.com production either.
Is it not?
No, was streamed.
Oh,
Bit of UFC on the old streamage.
I remember that.
So this is a Friday vlog. Welcome to the Friday vlogs.
Well, happy Friday and all that jazz.
All that jazz. Essentially what this podcast... This is not a podcast. Essentially what this video is podcast hype. Hype for the podcast. What I asked people if they'd like to give names for the upcoming podcast.
Right.
The response was astounding. None. Not a fucking jot. But essentially, I'm thinking GBH, the Green Box Hour.
Mm-hmm. Sounds about right.
Because people who don't know of the Green Box, would you think GBH?
We need a picture of the green box. Like to go. It's not up now.
Aye. That would take some serious editing.
Does it?
And or pictures. I think you've missed the point here. I'm not very good on the editing.
Soz.
I can stop it and then play it, and it looks like it's been a cut. I think in the business they call that a jump cut. Like right now. That's a jump cut.
That was it.
That was a jump cut.
Oh, bloody
jump cut.
That's what makes things funny as well.
That's essentially it. But if you tell people that, they'll realise that I'm not funny. And it's just that.
It's not. It's not what makes things funny.
I'm actually fucking hilarious. You are going to get a little cheeky treat this week, because I'm going to do 2 videos this weekend. You're going to get the Friday vlog of me and this floating head here. And on Sunday, Fun Day with Phranchize, I'm going to do an unboxing of the WWE 2K15 Hulkamania edition. Me and Hulk Hogan. I don't know if you're aware of the beef between me and Hulk Hogan.
Bond.
Well, there was a bond.
Bond for life.
It turned into beef. That time they blocked us on Twitter. Do you remember that?
I remember.
Childhood hero blocked us on Twitter.
At least he knows you exist.
Well, that's what it is. In that moment, in that split second, Hulk Hogan read that tweet and he just went, What a fucking dick. You can suck a fat dick, Phranchize, whoever the fuck you are. And just blocked us on Twitter. So, for a brief spell, I existed in Hulk Hogan's world. Just as he exists in mine. It's just different.
He's bigger than it's just
not the same anymore. Do you know, like, if a man and a wife, and then the wife might cheat on the husband, and the husband's like, I'll forgive you, I'll take you back. But it's never the same.
It's not going to be the same. Like, you'll never...
Not that I've ever had a
take you
wife
back.
cheat on us. I've never had a wife. I've probably been cheated on a couple of times.
What did you say to him for him to block you?
This, and I believe this is verbatim, I said to him, this was around the time, do you remember Jeff Hardy? He went to TNA where Hulk Hogan was, like, he was like in charge, and Jeff Hardy was off his fucking tree on some sort of narcotics, and they really should have said, whoa, you mortal Jeff, I'm not going to send you out to fight.
Jeff, you smashed, man. Get home.
You mortal Jeff, what are you doing? But no, they were just like, Jeff, how mortal are you? He was probably just like, I'm really fucking mortal, and they'd say, alright mate, brother, out you go. Out you go on live television. So he went out, like he could barely stand up. So I tweeted Hulk Hogan, this is the actual tweet. Looks like Jeff Hardy's making a bigger mess of TNA than you right now. That's got to be a good thing, right? Block. Let's do some fucking podcast hype, because that's what this video is supposed to be about.
Aye.
Podcast hype. The podcast is coming. Not like every other idea I've ever had when I've said I'm going to do this, and then nothing ever happens. Like that time I said I was going to do a FIFA video, and me and you were going to be in it, and Georgie was going to be in it, nice guy Johnny, Willie Nerdslayer. It's not going to happen.
It's not. But it still can happen, like,
it still can
on a regular run-of-the-mill night.
Any night, really. It's commitment. It's the commitment that I lack. Not only to these beautiful bastards, but to you.
Bastards.
To you people who are called friends. Just commitment. But you could text her, oh, what are you doing tonight? I'd be sitting there and my pants just like, I'm snowed and just totally fucking working my ass off. He is as talented, arguably retarded, as old Phranchize.
I don't know, but you've dragged me into it.
Well, you were here. You're not entertained?
You don't see the 15 minutes of me saying, no, I'm not. Fuck off, no.
This video is going to take so long to get up because I spent more time strong-arming him into appearing in the video than I did actually recording it.
I haven't got any legs.
You're not the first member
Should
of the
not have legs.
You're not the first person to not have legs. You're not the first member of the Green Box Mafia who I've drafted into these. For my own personal whims. Like nice guy Johnny, he just came round for a coffee. I was like, you've had a coffee? You owe me. You are now in my pocket. So I ended up doing videos with nice guy Johnny. And then you know what he did, so he didn't have to be in the videos anymore.
Didn't come back.
Moved to Durham. For anybody with zero geographical knowledge of the Northeast, that's like 30 minutes away. He moved 30 minutes
it's a
away.
lifetime.
I mean, he'll tell you it was because of work commitments. It was easy for him for work, and him and his girlfriend had bought a house, and all that. It was because he wanted to get away from me.
So he didn't have to sit here on the floor.
I offered you a cushion. Did I even offer you a cushion?
You said, let me sit on the chair. It makes me look more important.
Could have had Darth Vader, right, in some sort of comical, like thingy, or this one, which is a face of Totoro, popular Studio Ghibli thing. Could have had either of them. I gave you the choice. I gave you the choice. Shit. This isn't shit.
What we got?
This.
No, because I bet you when people look, they're thinking, what the fuck is all of that shit? It's just, it's mental. It's 40-year-old virgin shit, this.
I'll have you know that I'm not 40-year-old. My virginity, I'm trying to sell it on eBay, and it's drumming up less interest than these Phriday videos. I don't think I would do these videos if it wasn't for all this shit.
No, totally agree.
And
you'd have never thought about.
Throwback to the last video, there was a comment somebody made about me playing with Raphael after I said I wasn't going to play with him. Can you just confirm that there's still tape on that box? Just confirm that I didn't take him out of the box. Even though the box is damaged and I fingered him.
Oh,
not in that way. I fingered him.
The box is fucked.
Yep.
Oh, he's still got his plastic little wires. Do you know the annoying bits you can't get off properly?
See? Not played with.
Still got one.
Not played with at all. Still retains value.
Looks angry.
Podcast hype. Podcast hype. That's what this video is all about. And start talking about turtles and fingering them, and it's not how 30-year-old man should act. You're not 30 yet, so you got an excuse.
No, I'm fucking getting there. I feel about 60. I'm probably hitting a midlife crisis.
But are you gonna have a midlife crisis live on a Friday vlog?
Live on a Friday. I only came round for a fucking cup of tea. And now I'm gonna cry on camera.
What are we going to talk about in the podcast? What's going to be in the podcast? I think we're going to address issues like, why don't you say nuns anymore?
Like proper issues.
Proper issues? What happened to nuns? Where did they go?
God knows. Underground. They've been driven underground. Oh, are we not discussing it?
We're going to discuss it. We're going to discuss it. Like, what happened to nuns? We went to the same schools. We went to Catholic schools where there was nuns and there was
all our
monks. Well, they weren't monks.
Brothers.
What were they? Brothers.
Brothers.
Not like brothers. Not like
siblings.
Or African Americans. Not that kind of brother.
Yo.
What's up, brother? Brah. Or Hawaiians. Brah. What's up, brah? Bear mace you in the face, brah. But essentially, that's the sort of stuff that I think will get addressed. The need to know things, like...
what's going on in the world?
Well, just... I'd like to call us everymen. Have you heard the phrase, everyman? You know, he's an everyman.
No.
You know, like just a normal run-of-the-mill man.
Average shit.
Just an average Joe. I think it's just going to be the opinions the warped, deprived opinions of the everyman, or a small team of everymen.
Everyman.
The everymen. Is that
Can we
better
get a
than-
theme tune?
But essentially we're gonna have to. That could be it. That could be it. Welcome to the Everyman Podcast. Essentially, I think we've done enough. I think we've done enough damage.
On this
Podcast hype.
podcast.
If you've got any comments, I'd read comments from the last video, but because I didn't have extra seating and I had to come up with this arrangement with a floating head and he's just sitting on a cushion, I'm too far away from the computer to read the comments. There was some comments. There was a comment addressing whether I was playing with him or not. Callie Stick, another prolific commenter on the Phranchize vids, he commented about meeting about the post office. It was, this is the community. This is the community that will follow us. The Everyman, the Green Box Mafia, GBH. Hashtag GBH. For life. For life. Boys and girls, this has been Phriday or Phranchize. I've been the Phranchize. He's been. I don't think we really decided on your name.
Dunno. You can just make one up. It's fine by me. This is the first and last time you'll ever see me, so it's totally fine.
History in the making. Unless the podcast takes off and we start live streaming, like
Yeah, then
video streaming.
I'll be in.
You'll be there.
Is this where you go like? Do.
He's watching videos. He's watching videos. So we'll play it out. We'll play it out with the din din din.
Yeah.
Bam bam
I
bam
enjoy
bam
that
bam.
bit.
It's a good bit, innit? I paid money for that.
Fuck.
Can't do it myself. No skills. No skills. Boys and girls, until next time. Laters.
Ciao.